This is Audible.
Penguin Random House Audio presents Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. This is the author, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. To my wife, Tammy Maureen Roberts Peterson, whom I have loved deeply for 50 years, and who is admirable in my estimation, in all regards and beyond all reason. A note from the author in the time of the pandemic. It is a perplexing task to produce a non-fiction book during the global crisis brought about by the spread of COVID-19. It seems absurd in some sense even to think about anything else but that illness during this trying time. Nonetheless, binding all the thoughts contained in any current work to the existence of the pandemic, which too shall pass, seems like an error, as the normal problems of life will return at some point and, thankfully, to the forefront. That all means that an author of the present day is inevitably going to make one mistake, concentrating too much on the pandemic, which has an uncertain lifespan, and producing a book that is instantly dated in consequence, or another mistake, ignoring the pandemic, which is very much like failing to attend to the proverbial elephant under the rug. After considering this, as well as discussing the issues with my publishers, I decided to write Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life, according to the plan laid out for it several years ago, and to concentrate on addressing issues not specific to the current time, thus to risk the second error rather than the first. I suppose it may also be the case that those who have chosen to read this book or listen to the audio version might be relieved to turn their attention to something other than the coronavirus and the devastation it has wrought. Overture. On the 5th of February, 2020, I awoke in an intensive care ward in, of all places, Moscow. I had 6-inch tethers attaching me to the sides of the bed because, in my unconscious state, I had been agitated enough to try to remove the catheters from my arm and leave the ICU. I was confused and frustrated, not knowing where I was, surrounded by people speaking a foreign language, and in the absence of my daughter, Michaela, and her husband, Andre, who were restricted to short visiting hours and did not have permission to be there with me at my moment of wakening. I was angry, too, about being there and lunged at my daughter when she did visit several hours later. I felt betrayed, although that was the furthest from the truth. People had been attending to my various needs with great diligence, and in the wake of the tremendous logistic challenges that come about from seeking medical care in a truly foreign country. I did not, and still do not, have any memory of anything that happened to me during the 4 weeks in Russia preceding that, and very little between those weeks and my having entered a hospital in Toronto in mid-December. One of the few things that I can recall, looking back to the earliest days of the year, was the time I had spent writing this book. I wrote much and edited almost all of Beyond Order during a time when my family was plagued by sequential and overlapping bouts of seriously impaired health, much of which was the subject of public discussion, and for that reason requires some detailed explanation. First, in January 2019, Michaela had to seek out a surgeon to replace much of her artificial ankle implanted about a decade earlier, as the initial installation was never perfect, causing her serious pain and trouble with movement as a consequence, and then came near to failing. I spent a week with her at a hospital in Zurich, Switzerland, for that procedure and her initial recovery. At the beginning of March, my wife Tammy underwent what we had been assured was routine surgery in Toronto for a common and eminently treatable kidney cancer. A month and a half after that surgery, which involved the removal of 1/3 of the organ in question, we learned that she was actually suffering from an extremely rare malignancy, which had a 1-year fatality rate of close to 100%. 2 weeks later, the surgeons involved in her care removed the remaining 2/3 of her afflicted kidney, along with a substantial proportion